Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you're tuning in. I hope you're having a good day, you're gonna have a good day, and things are going great. So today I thought I would do a little flip through with you guys to show you one of my finished journals. I've made a lot of these in the last year, and I've sold quite a few of them at my local farmer's market. So this is how I normally sell my big ones. I have some sort of a tie on them, and this is just some vintage ribbon, fabric ribbon that I had gotten in a bunch of stuff, and some old upholstery material that I just thought was really pretty. And I saved the selvage edge on it to kind of make the nice flap. So this is kind of a themed journal, and it is a wine theme. So you can see the flap opens that way, have the little tie, and this is from Old Calendar, and I have stitched the cover to the calendar page, and then we just get into it here. So you can kind of see, I kind of went with purples and stuff. So this is an envelope, and I just tucked a piece of old kids book in here because I thought it was really pretty, the trees and stuff. So that could be used for whatever. So when I do these journals, I tuck some goodies in that you can use in other stuff. So you could turn them into journaling cards, use them to decorate. This page is from an old, not super old, but it was from a wildflower book, and I reinforced the edge with some washi tape here to make it a little bit more sturdy. And another little tuck spot, little corner tuck here, just with some coffee dyed heavier cardstock that I had done. And then another old book page with butterflies on it that I thought was pretty. This is from one of my eco dies using grape leaves. So if you guys want to see any of this stuff more, or how I do some of this stuff, please let me know in the comments. So that's that little page, and this is the back side. Isn't that gorgeous? Got some really great color on these eco dies. This page has a little pocket in it. So another old book page from an edible plant book, an old guest check, and I like to put some kind of a recipe card or something in, and I had this like little book of like Scottish recipes, so it's kind of fun. You can use these to decorate pages, do whatever in your book, use them to write on, turn them into little notes. Here's a pocket that I have folded and inked the edges, so you can put something here, 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 and then when I glued it down, I kind of made it a belly band. So there's another piece of paper here. So that's one thing that to remember when you have a junk journal, even though you're putting some printed pages in, because this back page is printed, if you put a pocket in, you're giving yourself extra room to write on things. So I'm just gonna tuck some of this stuff back in its various pockets. Lots of pockets here. And this is a style of pocket I can show you guys how to do sometime if you'd like to know how to do that. So this book page is from an old art book, but it had lots of plain space on it. So this could be another writing space. You could add some decoration here. Once again, old calendar page. Yes, it's upside down, but that's because this side was going to be right side up, and this was from a wine calendar. So grapevines, beautiful countryside, old notebook that was getting thrown away, blank page to write on. Another type of book page here from another book about plants. I love plant books. Then this guy, we made these. I had done a video on how to make these. So this is just a paper clip that I put a little charm on with a little jump ring, and it's a little bunch of grapes. And then this is the little book that I wrapped around the edge. So it also has a little pocket here, and this is the other side. And then this is also more writing space. Plenty of writing space. Some fun coloring book page that you could color, add some ink or paint to, whatever you would want to do. More writing space. Okay, I'll turn this page. So this is from like a poetry book. I tried to keep as much of the poems and stuff from some of this as possible, but I just thought this image was beautiful. So I'm going to stick that back on here. Another eco die with wildflowers, I believe. I did different wildflowers, and you can even see kind of some of the images of the flowers that came through. More calendar page with some grapes. This is fun. This is a hidden paper clip up here. I'll show you the other side. This is from a book on stained glass, like stained glass patterns, but it just kind of gives a bunch of design. So hidden paper clip comes off like that. You can't see the paper clip in there, but it's there. It's hidden inside the layers. And that was just clipped on here. And you can move these around, put them where you want in your journal. Just gonna slide it back on there. You could decorate this more. Ledger page, didn't do much with that, just more writing space. Old paper doily, of course, part of the wine calendar, but I saved it in a way that when I put it in, it kind of already had a pocket here. More writing space if you wanted. This also eco-dyed, and it's like on heavier, I think this was on watercolor paper actually. So there's the grape leaf that you can see on that side. And then these were from lilies, tiger lilies, I think. I did this at my my parents' house. So I was kind of raiding my mom's garden for some things. Another little clip here. This one has the Eiffel Tower on it. And then that's holding in. So this one I folded so that it would be another little book flap. This is an old postcard. I had a whole bunch of these like little flower postcards from a postcard book. So that's going in there. Another cute little pocket. I showed a video on how I made these from junk mail. So it looks like a little shirt. And then another little guest check here, but I stamped on the side of it. And this is probably from, yeah, it's from a checkbook thing, just another piece of paper. And when I glued this one down, I only glued the edges so that you could still use the back side for a pocket as well. You can see this gorgeous garden paper sticking out on that side. Put this, oh, there's something else sitting in here too. Hang on. What's happening here? Oh, it just folded over. I'll have to fix that. Got rumply and bumply under there. Rumply and bumply. Oh, it's part of the envelope. That's what's happening. Silly envelope. And then more space here. So with these journals, if you're not quite sure what to do, you can add some notebook paper or something like that. So just take a piece of plain paper and you can add it to write on. This is from an old gardening book. I added a pocket here, and these are fun little tags. These, I can also show you how I do these. And it has a little pocket and then a tiny book page because I love tiny books. So whenever I come across them, I tend to grab them because they're great to, they usually have little quotes or things like that. So simple little thing. You could turn this into journaling space too. I leave a lot of things kind of plain. Don't overly decorate because I feel like that would be what you would want in your journal to personalize it for you. Another piece of old calendar. It had these beautiful images of plants and flowers and things on it. More writing space. This is from a wine book that I had. So there's maps of different wineries. Really fun. Lots of purples and blues. Another piece of eco dye here. This is from Baby's Breath, actually. And then our center page. So you can see grape leaves. And then this is a little shabby notebook. So it's just a tiny little clothespin. And so there's little scraps of paper that I have tucked together. And then you could tear these off to kind of decorate your edge, decorate some tags, do whatever, or make it a little notebook that you could like write on. So you can write on that too. Lots of extra places to write and journal, take notes, glue things in. And then I leave the ties long so you could add some little charms if you wanted to. There's the back side. So now we're getting, that was the center of the signature. And this is where it's stitched right onto the cover. So back side of that eco die. Here is that wine page. So lots more space you could add in. If you want to leave the images the way they are, or you could glue in spots for more writing, or add photos, just about anything, some pockets. Here's the other side of that calendar. More writing space, a little flip out. You could even tear this off and add it onto another page. That's another thing you can do with things like this. Another little pocket here. And this is from kids card, like playing the food chain game. There's so many of these cards with it. And I think it was like 2 sets that were in a bag of stuff that I was given. So I've slowly been using those for things. Some fun little tags. I bought these from some 4-Hers that were raising money. So I bought a whole bunch of their little tags one day when they were at our farmer's market raising money for their 4-H club. More journaling space, or you can make it a little tuck spot by adding a little clip on here to stick some photos or something. And this side also turned into a pocket. So I have another little journaling card here with some of the eco die that I stitched onto the back of it as well. And this is from a travel book about Rome. More of that gorgeous flower book page. Some more there. Some plain coloring book page. And this, I threw this one in because this is from The Quotable Woman. It's another book that I have in my stash of things that I've slowly been using. But I thought whoever got this journal, they might like to just take some of these quotes and glue them into different places. So I just tucked that into this pocket. That's the other part of the cover of that wine calendar. That's the other side of the ledger paper. Here's from that stained glass pattern book. That's the calendar again. And then here we have a pocket on this side. And I've got, and this pocket is made from circles, so I can definitely show you guys how I do that. So I have just another little piece of note paper tucked in here that you could write on. Another piece of notebook paper here. This is just a cute little card that I thought was just adorable. A little blank card. And then this paper, this is seed paper, so you could plant this if you wanted to. Somebody gave me a bunch of these one day. They were left over from a wedding or something, and they're like, hey, do you want these? Could you use these for your journals? I'm like, yeah, that would be amazing. So I tuck those in some of them. This is the back of that eco-dyed paper. So pretty. It's from that poetry book, and I left it so that you could read the poem on this side as well as this side. You could add another little clip, make that a tuck spot to put some cards or pictures or pamphlets, whatever. The other side of that plant book. And then this is a fun pocket. So this I made from one of those wine books. So there's a little pocket up here. And then when we flip this over, what's fun about these pockets is they open. So there's another, ooh, you probably can't see that, it's way over here. Another little pocket right here with some journaling space. This was from an old, I'm not even joking, this book I found, this herb book or plant book, I found along the side of the road. Not even joking. It's in a box of junk that was along the side of the road. It was close to where somebody had like storage units, so I'm assuming it was just they didn't want that stuff anymore, and they left a whole box of stuff. So there were some books in it. I got a cookie press, so I was pretty happy about that. That's the rest of that. Calendar, another calendar page. This is from that art book page. Put another pocket on here. So this is a fun pocket. This is made from 2 pages of a plant book, and then folded and sewn, and then I glued it top and bottom to kind of make a belly band. So just some more paper that we can tuck in places. This is like a receipt book. So that was just tucked in here. Another little piece of paper, old stationery. I love old stationery. And this gorgeous eco-dyed paper. And then this is another really fancy pocket that's sewn. I have one of my clusters on here, and then added a die cut flower. This is a butterfly, clearly not a flower, okay? And more vintage stationery. So these are those, I don't know if anybody remembers, but back in the day, you could find these heavier duty like cardstock, write a letter, and then they self-fold, and you could add a stamp to them. So I have one of those tucked in. And then we're to the back, and here's that flap. So there you go. This is the envelope that was the pocket in the front. You can add an extra page on here. Sometimes what I'll do with these is because they get a little bit of a funny size, but you could take another piece of paper and you could glue it onto there, or you could glue, I'm trying to see if I have something handy. You could take another pocket, you could put a pocket on there, you could take a book page, you could take an image or something. I'm trying to see if I've got something handy to show you. Oh, here's a good idea. I got this beautiful card at a, oh, I don't remember where I was, but you could glue that onto there and then make this another little spot where you could write or whatever. Or you could take another envelopeception, have another pocket. So there's lots of different things you can do with your journals. If you're given a journal, make a journal. Junk journals are amazing. There's so many options and potential for them. So, okay, I think I gotta have that clip on the top edge because of the closure. There we go. So that's it. And then this flaps, goes this way again, and then it wraps around. So you can see the edge of this signatures is stitched in here. This is just a single signature journal. I think, so there's 20-ish pages that I use in the signature. So then that you multiply by 4, and that gives you 80. So it technically is an 80-page journal, and that means this is a page. You turn it, that's a page, that's a page. So it becomes an 80-page journal, and voila. And then I also add on most of my journals, I have started putting this little hole in the top, even if they don't have like a spine that's available, so that you could put some book jewelry on here. And I'll show you guys some of my book jewelry sometime. But you could add like a little bulb pin. So this is a bulb pin or a safety pin or a really big jump ring or something like that. And you could put this through here. I shouldn't have closed it first, but that's okay. You can still get it in here. So I'm gonna put that through that little hole and close it, and then wiggle it down a little. And then you can hang off a little charm or something, or some book jewelry right off of that little spot. I'd wiggle it around till it's laying. Oh yeah, there it goes. That's a better way to do it. And there you go. That's an example of one of my little journals, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you want to see any of my other flip throughs. So this was a wine or grape themed journal. I have some other different types. I have some eclectic ones. I have some more just botanical and flowers and things like that. So that's it for this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what else you'd like to see. Thank you to all my new subscribers. It's great to see that my channel is starting to get more subscribers, and keep following for fun stuff. Give me some ideas on what you'd like to see me do. So we'll leave it there. All right, thanks guys. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you again.